Welcome to the channel, everyone. You know, out in the wild, preparation is everything. You don't head into the jungle without knowing how to find food, water, and shelter. Well, life can throw curveballs, and it's just as important to be prepared for emergencies at home as it is in the wilderness. Whether it's a natural disaster, an economic downturn, or any unforeseen event, having a prepper checklist can make all the difference. Today, we're going to equip you with the essentials you need to face the unknown head-on and survive. Whether it's 2025 or we're thrown back to 2008, this is about taking control, being resourceful, and ensuring you and your loved ones can weather any storm. We're talking about building your resilience and becoming your own safety net. So, let's get started and make sure you're ready for anything. Now, I've used my fair share of natural remedies in the wild. When you're miles from help, nature provides. And you know what? These ancient remedies can be just as effective in a crisis at home. We're talking about harnessing the power of plants for healing. Think of it as creating your own natural medicine cabinet. Things like garlic, a natural antibiotic, ginger for nausea, or soothing aloe vera for burns. These aren't just old wives' tales, they're tried and tested methods of staying healthy when conventional medicine might be scarce. Learn to identify edible and medicinal plants in your area. Knowledge is power, and knowing which plants can provide pain relief, reduce fever, or even stop bleeding could be invaluable. Remember, prepping isn't just about stockpiling supplies, it's about acquiring knowledge and skills that can help you thrive in any situation. Embrace the power of natural remedies, and you'll be adding a vital layer of resilience to your prepper checklist. Now let's talk about essential oils. These concentrated plant extracts are more than just pleasant scents, they're potent allies in your prepper arsenal. Take lavender oil, for example. It's known for its calming properties, which can be a godsend in a stressful situation. Peppermint oil can help with digestion and headaches. Tea tree oil is a natural antiseptic. These oils are easy to store, have a long shelf life, and can be used in multiple ways. You can diffuse them to purify the air, apply them topically for skin ailments, or even ingest some of them for their internal benefits. But remember, always dilute essential oils before applying them to your skin, and do your research to make sure you're using them safely and effectively. Adding a few key essential oils to your prepper checklist can provide you with natural solutions for various health concerns, making them a valuable asset when access to traditional healthcare might be limited. While natural remedies are incredibly valuable, let's not forget the importance of conventional medicine, especially when it comes to life-threatening situations. Having a well-stocked supply of essential medications is crucial. This includes over-the-counter painkillers, anti-inflammatories, antihistamines, and any prescription medications you or your family members rely on. Make sure your prescriptions are up to date and consider keeping a small extra supply on hand, rotating it regularly to avoid expiration. It's also wise to have a basic understanding of first aid and common medical conditions. Remember, in a prolonged emergency, access to healthcare might be limited, so being prepared to handle minor medical issues yourself is essential. Chapter 4. Survival First Aid Kit, your lifeline in the field. Out in the wild, a well-stocked first aid kit is non-negotiable. It's the same for any prepper, but forget those flimsy kits. We're talking about a comprehensive lifeline that can handle anything from minor cuts to more serious injuries. Your kit should include bandages of various sizes, antiseptic wipes, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, gauze, medical tape, a thermometer, tweezers, scissors, and a CPR mask. But don't just assemble it and forget it. Familiarize yourself with every item, know how to use them, and practice basic first aid techniques. You never know when you might need to be the first responder. Remember, in a crisis, your first aid kit could be the difference between a minor setback and a life-threatening situation. Chapter 5. Shelter, fortifying your home base. Shelter is paramount to survival. In a crisis, your home should be your sanctuary, your fortress against the elements. Start by assessing your home's vulnerabilities. Are there potential entry points that need reinforcing? Could your windows withstand strong winds? Do you have a plan for insulation if the power goes out? Consider investing in heavy-duty window film, weather stripping, and door reinforcements. Having a backup plan for heat is crucial. A wood-burning stove or a propane heater can be lifesavers in a winter emergency. Remember, a secure and well-prepared shelter is your first line of defense against the elements and any potential threats. Chapter 6. Personal safety. Protecting yourself and your loved ones. In a survival situation, personal safety becomes paramount. It's about being aware, being prepared, and having the means to defend yourself if necessary. This doesn't necessarily mean becoming a weapons expert overnight, but it does mean understanding the basics of self-defense and having the tools to protect yourself and your family. Consider taking a self-defense course. Learn about situational awareness and how to de-escalate potentially dangerous situations. Remember, personal safety is about being proactive, not reactive. It's about having the confidence and the tools to face any challenge head-on. In a survival situation, food and water are non-negotiable. You need to have enough to sustain yourself and your family for an extended period. Start by building a pantry of non-perishable items: canned goods, rice, beans, lentils, pasta, powdered milk, and dried fruits. Aim for a minimum of a 2-week supply per person. Water is even more crucial. Store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. Invest in water purification tablets or a water filter to ensure you can make any water source safe for consumption. Remember, a well-stocked pantry and a reliable water source are essential for surviving any crisis. Let's consolidate everything we've covered into a comprehensive home checklist. This will be your command center for prepping, ensuring you haven't overlooked any crucial elements. Aim for 15 gallons per person. It's heavy, but it's light. At least a 2-week supply of non-perishable foods per person. Think 2,000 calories a day to keep your strength up. Lighters, waterproof matches, a magnesium fire starter. Fire means warmth, cooked food, and safety. Headlamps, flashlights, candles, lanterns. Don't underestimate the importance of light when the grid goes down. A plan for staying warm and cool depending on your climate. That comprehensive first aid kit we discussed, plus any personal medications. Wet wipes, hand sanitizer, soap. Good hygiene can prevent the spread of disease, which is crucial in a crisis. A weather radio to stay informed, spare batteries, a solar charger or a hand crank generator, a multi-tool, duct tape, a wrench, a saw, the basics for repairs and problem solving, whatever you feel comfortable with and is legal in your area. Small denominations as electronic transactions might be unavailable. Books, games, something to keep your mind engaged and positive. Copies of important documents stored in a waterproof bag. This checklist is your roadmap to preparedness. Knowing your local area and having a network of support is crucial in any emergency. Don't wait for a crisis to strike before gathering this information. Make a list of emergency contact numbers, local police, fire department, ambulance services, and poison control. Know the location of the nearest hospitals, evacuation routes, and potential shelters. Share this information with your family and make sure everyone knows what to do in case of an emergency. Consider taking a first aid course together and practicing evacuation drills. Remember, being prepared as a family and a community can make all the difference in a crisis. Now let's talk about the first 72 hours of an emergency. These are the most critical as they often determine the outcome of a survival situation. You need a plan and you need to be able to implement it quickly and efficiently. Your 72-hour plan should include what to do the moment an emergency strikes. This might involve turning off utilities, gathering your family and securing your home, how you'll contact family members and stay informed about the situation. If you need to leave your home, have a predetermined route and a designated meeting point. A portable kit containing essential supplies for 72 hours, ready to grab and go at a moment's notice. Remember, the 72-hour plan is about being decisive, acting swiftly, and having the tools and knowledge to survive those critical first few days. Remember, prepping isn't about living in fear. It's about taking control and ensuring you're ready to face whatever life throws your way. By following these steps, building your prepper checklist and developing your survival skills, you're not just preparing for a potential crisis, you're building resilience, self-reliance, and peace of mind. Stay safe out there, and remember, we can overcome any challenge if we're prepared.